Hello everyone, Jolene here from Chill Lifestyle. So I'm going to do your 2024 zodiac readings. Now guys, don't forget, check out your moon sign, your Venus sign, and your ascending sign, even your rising sign if it's slightly different, because they will all give you a slight message. Now again, when I say energies, what I'm saying is this is the energies that are surrounding that zodiac sign at the time. This is not a one-on-one reading. I am doing one-on-one, month by month readings for people, and again, it's the energies, because remember, your free will often overrides fate. Even though fate can step in, and sometimes they will push you in a certain direction, or they will perhaps remove you from a certain situation. But ultimately, at the end of the day, if you want to complete cycles or repeat cycles, spirit guides cannot prevent you or stop you. So when someone gives you the energies, it does not mean that it's going to happen. It means it's the possibilities of what might happen. So again, if you're wanting something more personal, then contact me for personal readings. If not, enjoy your readings. Hello, Leo. This is going to be your reading. Now, guys, don't forget, check out your moon, your rising, and Venus signs, ascending signs as well, because they will all give you a little message. This is just a mini 2024 reading. Energies change all the time according to your thoughts and your energy. And of course, if you wanted to book a private reading, then you can contact me and I can give you a month by month energies. Again, I don't do predictions, because predictions, your free will overrides all stuff. Okay, so the first thing you want to have a look at, what was your lesson for this year? Because the lesson for your year is really what is going to determine whether you've learned it or not, and determine next year. So you can't choose the next lesson if you haven't learned this one. And you have got the King of Roses, so that's interesting. So this year, the King of Roses is very much a king that is very emotionally stable. This is a king that knows what he wants. Yes, it's generally quite a love, he's generally quite a romantic person, but it's not really about that. As a lesson, this is a love for yourself, love for others. How balanced are you when it comes to your emotions? Do you tip too much? So like 1 minute you're romantic and sweet and kind, and then the next minute you are frantic and panicking, and you come from a place of aggression because of fears. So are you balanced or are you imbalanced? Okay, so perhaps this year you've been you've had things in your life where it really triggered you, and the point or lesson of the year is to actually learn how to balance your emotions and how to handle things from a more balanced perspective rather than an imbalanced perspective. Okay, so if you haven't learned that lesson, then think about it, because it will come up for you until you do. Okay, so next year you got the house 10. So social foundation is what you're going to be really focusing on next year. Your social foundation, something to do with the father or from your father's side of the family, perhaps something to do with the career, lessons that are learned from your father or father's side of the family. Your foundation when it comes to your authority, so this could also be from your father and your mother. What lessons were you taught from them, from the sense of authority. Your reputation, what do you think of your reputation? Are you proud of your reputation? Do you think you've got a good reputation? Your public image, as well as your foundation when it comes to your achievements. Okay, so that's going to be a lot of your theme for next year. And let's see, what is the lesson for Leo for next year? So for those Leos who have learned their lesson this year, or at least started to work on it. I mean, obviously it's not a lesson learned straight away done. The minute you acknowledge that you've got the problem and you start to work on it, then at least it's beginning. And we have got the birth card, so it's birthing a new beginning. So next year, once you've learned how to balance your emotions, next year your lesson is going to be more about nourishment, how to nourish yourself, how to nourish your friends. Again, your social foundation, so your friends, your relationship with your parents, we won't say father, but your relationship with your parents, your How do you feel, again, about your public image? Do you feel confident about your public image? Are you worried about your public image? Because this is a card of abundance. It's the card of nurturing, mothering, and also what people forget is to how to mother yourself. It's all fair and well that we, mother others, but what about yourself? How often do you actually mother yourself? So for 2024 for Leos, please, Spirit guys, 2024 for Leos. Because obviously you're going to give birth to new situations. So you may be looking at perhaps a new career or something to do with your career, your achievements next year, your reputation. I kind of feel like this is more definitely on a career and studies kind of areas where you're going to be looking at. So you need to nourish yourself and look after yourself so that you can focus more on that public image and your reputation, etc. Okay, so transformation. So things are changing at a cellular level. Some deep healing is going on. And exactly that. The more you balance your emotions, you can only balance your emotions by really starting to learn why you triggered. Why do you get so upset? What about your ego triggers so badly by other people that it starts to upset you? Again, that has the reason why you've got the transformation. So you are transforming a lot next year. Again, and that's maybe why you're thinking very much about your social foundation next year. Okay, so love life for Leo. Please, Spirit guides, love life for Leo. Love life for Leo. Love life for Leo for 2024. Okay, so it's going to be worth waiting for. Something divine timing is at play next year when it comes to your love life. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So there may be red flags in relationships next year. And again, your social foundation. What is it from your father, from your mother, from your childhood, in your foundation that allows you to accept certain things, okay? Or the red flags could even be you. Again, maybe you have certain red flags in relationships where you need to double check your red flags, and that's your insecurities. Those are red flags. Red flags can be people who use you and abuse you. Red flags can be accepting people who use you and abuse you, Red flags can be jealousy, it can be tempers, something, addictions, okay? Those are all the red flags for you to have a look. So there's signs next year that's going to be cautioning you in a certain love relationship, and you need to obviously have a look at it. And then we have got soulmate, and we've got playfulness. You've got an extra card here. So divine timing means once you have learned your lessons, you'll be in alignment with meeting a soulmate, okay? For some of you, you've got, yes, this is your soulmate. To recapture your romance, allow your inner youthful spirit to shine. So that's about fun, having playfulness and having more fun in your love life and not being so serious all the time. Again, goes back to that lesson of, are you too serious in your love life? Is everything, or are you the red flag in the love life? I mean, obviously there's two people that have red flags, but yeah, only you can really see that for yourself. Okay, so let's turn to the tarot, and I want to know, what is the main theme for Leo? What is the main theme for Leo? Please, Spirit guides, the main theme for Leo. The main theme for Leo for 2024. Wow, the King of Air. Right, the main theme for you next year is to stand in your truth, is to become someone who thinks from a logical sense, who comes and makes decisions from a stable sense. The King of Air, he stands in his truth. He knows what he wants. He goes after what he wants. Again, it's not in a nasty way, but it's more from a place of a structured kind of way. Okay, so maybe next year you need to just sit about and think about your decisions from a balanced perspective again. Okay, not from an imbalanced, not from a highly emotional space, also not from a highly head space, but a kind of, you need to find a balance between your head and heart. What are the obstacles next year for Leo? Please, Spirit God, what are the obstacles next year? And remembering that you are wise enough to make these decisions as well. So using your wisdom to make these decisions will definitely help you. Okay. 10 of water. So as an obstacle, that's a bit of an odd one. So it might be that, again, this playfulness is what I'm getting, but because that's also the happy laughing Buddha. 10 of water is that of happiness within your family, happiness within the home. And as an obstacle, I kind of feel like maybe you need to not forget about the family. Okay. remembering that you need to spend as much time with the family next year along with everything else, but also to bring joy to the family. So no matter what's going on, don't forget about joy, because the Ten of Cups is quite a happy card. Brings a lot of happiness. It doesn't have to just be family. Family can be extended family, relationships, friendships and stuff, but don't come from such a logical point. Have more fun. That's really what I'm getting here, Leos, is maybe you being a little bit too structured, and you need a little bit more fun in your life. Okay, the first half of the year, sorry, I just have to, without knocking everything down, get this card. So the first half of the year, you have got the Four of Air, which is that of prayer, meditation, spending a lot of time or enough time. Again, just having a little bit of a mental break, having a little bit of a time to yourself to gain your wisdom, to really think things through. And all of this will definitely help you. Again, having more fun, but also at the same time, rest, making sure you're having more than enough rest next year, because you might be having quite a stressful year in the sense of thinking all the time and deciding and planning, that you need a little bit of time just to make sure you're having enough rest. Okay, prayer, meditation to help you. What is the second half of the year like for Leo? Okay, so here we have got the Nine of Fire. The Nine of Fire is determination to carry on, even though you may feel like your light may be going dim because you're quite exhausted. That's why you have to have more rest at the beginning of the year. Spirit guides are saying don't let your light dim in any way or form. Always shine your light. Be persistent in carrying on, even though you'll be exhausted near the end of the year, because you will get where you need to be, okay? So also just to look after yourself, make sure you don't have any mental breakdowns next year as well. So again, please look after your emotions and your thoughts next year. How would the year end for... Well, for Leo, at the end of the year, you're going to finally, perhaps, maybe there's some kind of studies coming up for you. You may be starting a new course or a new studies next year, because again, there is a lot of looking at your foundation and deciding your career and what have you achieved, what you want to achieve. If that's not it, then this is really about, again, persisting in learning, persisting, because your persistence is going to pay off. That's what it's trying to say, is that whatever you persist next year, it is going to pay off. So if you join up for courses, it is going to pay off for you, even though it's exhausting to maybe even try to, studying is exhausting, it is going to pay off. Okay, so this is just a sign that no matter what you do next year, things will start to pay off for you. You will get rewarded for your hard work and for the effort that you put into, because again, you've got a new beginning at something in your life, and it's time for you to make sure that you are putting all the time, energy and effort. There's transformation happening for you, and again, things will pay off in the long run. Okay guys, don't forget to check out again your moon, your rising, your Venus signs, and then to share this with other Leos. Hope you enjoy this reading. Thank you and goodbye.